As you guys know, sometimes we ask on our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, some ideas that you guys want us to talk about. And someone mentioned that they wanted us to talk about different quarantine date ideas or different things you can do during this time where you may or may not be with your partner. So me and Charles, we actually bought this game. It's called...
I would assume for using the product.
It's called Our Moments Couple Edition, and it's like 100 or so cards that just have a variety of questions or answer prompts or prompts in general.
Styles.
Exactly. That range from a variety of things, and it's kind of like getting to know your partner and just like fun or silly different questions just to get you guys talking. So we're going to do a few tonight, depending on how deep the questions get. Kind of depends on how many questions we'll do. Okay?
Sure.
Okay. So we've done some of them before, so hopefully we don't get any that we've already done.
You shuffling.
Okay. You want to go first?
Yeah.
Okay.
What makes you nervous?
Oh my.
That's funny, man.
What makes me nervous? A plethora. I'm a pretty shy person, so strangers, going new places, doing something new, mascot. That doesn't make me nervous. Mascots are scary. What else makes me nervous?
Talking.
Making goals. Talking. Every time we start to make an episode or clip or anything, it takes me like, an average of 5 times to like get it together and get my words out. So,
It's okay though.
That's true. But it does make me nervous. So, speaking in front of people make me nervous is a list. We'll go on. We'll move on. Okay. If you dropped everything and went on a road trip, where would you go?
On my dolo.
Yeah.
On my dolo, like, I knew what.
Oh my gosh.
I go somewhere I've never been. I really would want to go cross country.
I've always wanted to do
Like really, like all the way over to the West Coast to number one, say that I did it. Right. To do it by myself is just like mad time on my own. And you gotta depend on yourself, right? Yeah. So you gotta have your wits about you, plan, you know what I'm saying? So for me to get from like DMV to LA, I probably would go to LA. I love Cali. And then, you know what I'm saying? Like, to do that would be just a dope accomplishment.
Let's do it. It is, but let's do it. I've always wanted to do that. I've always wanted to like what's it called? Research like certain things that I want to stop around the way or whatever, and really just like take my time. Like no timetable, like no like urgency to get there. Like we'll spend a few nights like wherever we really want to, but make it all the way across. And we live in the perfect area to literally go from home to the other side of the country, and then. I would want to fly.
It'll take about 2 days.
No, I want to take like 2 weeks.
We'll talk about that.
Table it.
Who is the most toxic person you ever known?
Wait, we could have skipped that. That is not work.
Come on, yeah. We're gonna talk about it because it's not, you know what I'm saying?
See, some of these questions are for...
Gonna get to the nitty and the gritty. Hopefully your person not
conversation.
Hopefully your person not gonna be like you.
You.
Look, you smacking your eye like you. Get out of my life. This is it. If money was no object, where would you live?
Money was no object. I'm a homebody, so of course I'm getting ready to pick somewhere that's in the United States. But I would pick Hawaii. Nicest place I've ever lived.
Sweet air.
Always wanted to go back. The air, y'all, this air smells sweet. It's just a beautiful place. With really nice people. I remember just feeling very homey, you know. So I would live in Hawaii.
I think we should both answer the question.
Oh, go ahead. Morocco?
Ghana.
That's interesting. You picked somewhere.
I've never been, right?
Yeah.
Morocco was cool. I stayed, for those who don't know, I stayed like a whole semester in Morocco for like 4.5 months. Dopest, like one of the dopest trips I ever been on. Life changing for real. But Ghana, number one, everyone be going to Ghana for, I think it was like the year of return this year. Because like a lot of my friends went. But it looked lit for real. And there's no language barrier, so we straight.
That's true. What was the best mistake you've made that turned out really well? That's crazy.
Your boy just caught the whip. You feel me? Off the lot with the Rona deals. You feel me?
You got a Rona car.
Got the Rona car. I'll be transparent. The first night, right, drove off the lot, and because like cars just aren't moving right now, like especially with the Rona, a lot of cars have just been sitting. So when a car sits, it doesn't start. So I drive off the lot, get home, turn it off, try to turn it back on again. That jump does not start. So I'm like, wow, I just got. I think I'm getting hustled, all that. Bought it from a whole dealership though, like a registered dealership. So it's like, there's no way you really getting got if like you gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So take it back the next day. They put a whole new battery in the jump. It's been working fine. And it's my first whip. I feel like it's going to serve me very well.
Yeah.
I think, and I stand on my one when like everyone around me was like, why did you do that now? Like all this stuff. But it was my first major purchase. I feel like it's good. It's a good feeling to know that you own something.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? That like, so you have to take care of it. You're responsible for it. No one else can. No one else is really affected by that decision. So I got to stand on my one and hold that jump down. So yeah, it looked like a mistake that first night though. I was like, dang, nigga. I signed on the dotted line. My credit. I'm gonna have to shoot somebody. But like the next day, everything worked out. Been push that jump today. That jump is beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful machine.
Really nice car. But yeah, we thought.
Woo, boy.
That first night.
I was
it's gonna be okay. We're gonna take it back. We're gonna return it. But look at God, because now it's a new car with a new battery, and we're here.
Yeah,
so we're good. I don't want to answer that one, so it's your turn.
What was the best question say?
I couldn't think of one that turned out well. I got some mistakes that I don't regret, but like I don't know if they turned out well.
What's something you tried really hard to like, but just couldn't? That's good, man.
Avocados. Yeah, can't do it. I
just like a slapping guacamole.
Because I like tacos, so I feel like I like Chipotle, so I feel like it's one of those ingredients that I really wish I liked because I think I would enjoy guacamole, but I can't get past the texture of avocados. It's too slimy.
Regular avocado, I feel you. Like I had regular avocado toast one time. I was like, someone barfed on a piece of bread. But guac though,
it's the same texture though.
Seasoned the right, but thing of avocado toast is a different type of crunch. See, people gonna agree with me on this, you know. If I'm making a guac, right, with the limes, the tomatoes, the onions, the salt, the pepper, the green Tabasco, feel me?
From Chipotle.
Nah, off. I make a slapping guac myself. The guac and Chipotle.
The green Tabasco from Chipotle.
Oh yeah, I mean
that's where you get it.
Why would you? Everyone do that though. Like
everyone does that. I'm just like, do you even like the green Tabasco?
It only goes, but the green Tabasco hit more at home, especially when you got it from the Chipotle.
Okay.
Just like you can't eat Chipotle without a Chipotle fork. It just don't.
That's
slap.
True. It doesn't.
You know, it's that different type of plastic that's a little slick. I don't know what they do. But, yeah, nah. I feel like what? I don't know. I feel you.
Oh, what's something that you tried to like?
I was gonna say an artist. Lil Uzi. I really don't like Lil Uzi songs. Like he gets it cranking, but I can't really just sit down and listen to that.
Yeah. If you were to die 3 hours from now, what would you regret?
What time is?
If you were to die, my phone's.
What time is it? It's like 8 o'clock.
What 11? Would you regret most?
3 hours?
3 hours.
I didn't know I was down today.
That's what you regret.
Regret most?
Mm-hmm.
I actually was thinking about that today. As morbid as that is.
What would you regret or dying?
No, just dying. Like the great beyond, I guess. I think.
I know.
Not getting all the way there.
Yeah.
I have an idea in my mind of me really making it for real. And it has nothing to do with money. It just has something to do with being content with my current position. And I haven't made it there yet. So if I was to get to to the pearly gates, and the Lord was like, "Come on." You're like, "Dang, bro."
Yeah.
You could have given me a couple more years, but
yeah. What I would regret if I died in 3 hours. I definitely think I've been like putting on the back burner some relationships that I need to mend.
Oh.
Very, very much aware of the issue. Very much aware that it needs to be dealt with and dealt with expeditiously. But it's just, this is one of those relationships that's like, I just really don't want to get into it. Because when we get into it, we gotta get into it. And feelings are going to be hurt. And I just don't have time for that, you know? So I would regret not mending it, though, because it is something that I need to do. And I'm just dragging my feet doing it.
If you were heading out on a road trip right this minute, what would you pack?
Right this minute. So, oh yeah, I was gonna say the first thing I came to mind was some headphones. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm going by myself, but I don't know why I would need those. My phone.
People who got earphones in the whip, I'll be like,
that's so weird. Right? Like, is
your radio
broken? Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Let me not be elitist. You know what I'm saying? God bless your vehicle.
Definitely my phone, for security reasons. You know, like where am I going? All types of reasons.
You going on a road trip? Where the snacks? Where the snacks at?
I'll stop. Well, I have to pack.
I'm gonna double down. What snacks is you want to take?
First thing that came to mind was a hot Cheeto, but hot Cheetos are not good road snacks because
hot Cheetos is a sit down
snack. You can't go
snack.
to the restroom. So
shout out to everybody. Shout out to all them hood Jones who used to eat hot Cheetos in the morning during high school. I hope y'all's health is where it should be.
It probably is. Hot Cheetos is a young person snack.
Yeah,
you can't continue to eat hot Cheetos.
Once you hit about 22,
listen,
that threshold is over.
It's over. It's over.
I need 2 more snacks.
I always need a candy. My favorite fruity. I don't like eating chocolate. I don't think I crave chocolate, but I'll eat fruity candy, you know?
I'll be craving.
Like, I don't just like go out and like buy some chocolate. Like, I have to be craving at that moment. But fruity candy, all the time, anytime. It's probably an issue.
A Sour Patch Kid?
Don't like Sour Patch Kids. Wouldn't do a Starburst because you can't continue to eat Starburst and it's a road trip.
And I wish the Starburst was less work. Y'all could have taken them wrappers off a long time
But then,
ago.
the ones without the wrappers are nasty.
Oh, the mini Jones?
Those are nasty. They taste like...
Worse? Oh, so the wrapper preserves them.
There's something wrong with them, but it's not right. I would do like a gummy lifesaver. Yes. But then I eat a chip. We already said hot Cheetos is not age appropriate. Maybe what's the sweet chili?
Stop playing like you wouldn't get the bag of hot chili.
That's still not a good road trip though. Maybe a sweet chili Dorito. Those are my stuff.
That's not even what you
Filter. Okay. Okay, road trip. What would you pack? No, what snacks would you pack? There you go.
Yeah, because we...
Like, what were you packing? Clothes and a cell phone?
I'm not saying gas. What's my go? I feel like for real, it depends on the region I'm in. If I'm up PA, right? Mm-hmm. I'm stopping at either Sheetz or Wawa. We gonna get the hoagie.
That's a meal.
We gonna get some munch. We gonna get the munchos, right? We gonna get the munchos, and then we gonna get either a sleeve of the white powdered donuts, and we gonna get some Chex Mix.
You lost me.
That's fine. And we gonna get some Chex Mix. And
what kind of Chex Mix?
Regular Schmeck. Don't do
I used to hate when you used to bring me some regular Chex Mix.
Don't try to fix
it. They have flavors.
Regular Chex Mix. Slap. Some Cheez-Its.
Okay, that is a good
some sour gummy worms. And to drink, is some Arizona green tea. Even though I'm going to have to stop.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to stop. Or for real. Some is it Evian water? Some Smart water. That's probably one of the best waters to drink.
I cannot drink anything on a road trip. Like when I wake up, when I go to bed, my liquid consumption is over. I can't drink before I go. Not even if I use the bathroom before I go. Like, I can drink nothing or I'll stop a million times. It's ridiculous. I like to make it to where I'm going without stopping. Like, when I used to drive down to Durham, I would not stop. And if I stopped, I'd be highly disappointed in myself.
What was that? A 4-hour jump?
4.5 hours.
You can get through that jump.
That is doable. You don't need to stop.
We did a 7-hour jump. We drove what? We stopped once to get some. No, we didn't really stop. We stopped once, but that wasn't really till we got mostly all the way down there.
Yeah, we do really well on road trips.
Cause like, why are you stopping? You geriatric or baby? Like
geriatric or baby. I like this question. What are you amazingly good at?
Ooh,
I like that one a lot.
Ooh, that takes a level of introspection.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is gonna be corny, but I think I'm extraordinary. That's what was the amazingly?
Amazingly.
I think I'm amazingly good at making myself comfortable in situations. Mm-hmm. Like if I'm going in the job, I'm like, oh, wow. Oh, making other people comfortable too. Like I don't like to, like if I haven't met you before, like let's just immediately get through the like awkward phase and just be at least somewhat cordial.
Yeah.
And it's a great way to really peep if someone sucks or not. Because I feel like if I'm automatically like mannerly, approachable, personable, and you like are rude.
Yeah.
Like that's a pretty good red flag for me to be like, oh, I'm gonna stay away from you by all means necessary.
Yeah.
So
that's a good one. I like that. One thing I'm amazingly good at, I think I'm really good at being people's person. You know what I mean though? I'm a huge Grey's Anatomy fan. Like, it's the greatest show ever created, to be honest. If you haven't watched it, you probably should. Start it from the beginning, though. It will change your life.
We on season 16. You catch up.
Really, but you're really not a fan unless you watch from the beginning, but whatever. But one of the main characters, Meredith Grey, goodness, I can't even talk. Meredith Grey, in the beginning, her best friend, she calls that person her person. And to me, that just encompasses like the true essence of a friend, you know, like through anything that person's there. Like the good times, the bad times, the times where you guys are mad at each other, the times where it's your fault, their fault, whatever. Like, even the times where you make a mistake and that person really has to call you out on it, like you are like there, you know. Sure. And I feel like well, it's amazing.
Don't undersize.
Being that for people. I think people put me in that position more times than not, but I think I'm good at it, and I think that because if I wasn't, I don't think so many people would look to me for support, you know.
That's true.
Was my turn?
I forgot. No, you read it, right?
Oh. I don't like that.
You already looked at it. You cheating. No, some of you know too much. What's the best compliment you ever received? That's hard.
Oh, I know. Okay. I work at a school and my secretary, she's a very sweet lady. Like she always asks you a little bit more than just like, how are you, you know? And one day I went into, she's actually our age. I went into her office because I needed some paper for the copy or whatever. She asked me how my weekend was going or how my weekend was. And we went back and forth for a minute and she's like, do you want to be a teacher? Like, what do you want to do? And I told her that I wanted to be a psychiatrist. And she was like, you know what, Miss Hill? You would be so good at that. I would bring my son to you. And I was like, oh.
That's super sweet.
Oh my gosh. Like, that is so sweet for someone who, I mean, I see her every day. I interact with her every day. She sees my class. She sees me with my class. So, for someone to like observe you from afar.
To automatically put their faith in you.
Yeah. And be like, you'd be a great psychiatrist. Thank you, sis.
I actually can't answer this question. Simply because I do not know. Because I get complimented a lot from the people in my life. And no, for real, like no like sites, but people, I feel like people show their appreciation for me.
But what's one time where someone said, like, gave you a compliment and maybe it wasn't even like what they said, but it was when they said it. Like you needed someone just to give you a compliment in that moment. It was like perfect.
So,
and if you don't say it's me, like, I'm just kidding.
You didn't. You just said something that wasn't me. How you gonna do that? So I am a Posse Scholar. For folk who don't know what that is, it's like a leadership-based scholarship. That's what paid for me to go to school. And we used to do retreats every year, and like a lot of folk would go, mostly from the Black community alive, right, at the school I went to, and in the jump, they would do like this jump called Warm and Fuzzies, where you write like, you could either write an anonymous jump, but usually like you say who it's from. And them jumps used to always be a bless because it's like they would be on sticky notes. And then at the end, it was all weekend. So like by the end of the weekend,
they had take home your sticky notes?
Yeah, they would have like it alphabetized, and like you would look on like your letter to see, and like you might have That's like cool. Well, hopefully no one ever felt ostracized, but I would walk away with like a slew of them jumps. Aww. So like that's what I'm saying. Like it's hard for me to think about just one because people would show mad love.
Oh, that's sweet.
I think that's why it's hard for me to think about this compliment in specificity, because I just appreciate when people show love. You don't even really gotta say a lot. Like, hey, bro, I appreciate you. I appreciate you, bro. What that near and dear.
What things make you sad as a parent and as a spouse? Well, we're neither one of those things. So we're
gonna table that. You read the whole jump too.
I did. That's all the word parent and spouse. What have you? Yeah. Oh my gosh, I love this question. Okay, it's kind of sad. What have you lost? What have you lost since childhood that you would like to regain?
Whoa, Mo.
That you would like to regain. Wow, that's crazy.
My blissfulness to life, bruh. I think about this all the time. I don't know when I lost it, but I remember being in the crib as like a 7 or 8 year old. This is like, I really remember like 4 to like 9, right? Where your mom's is, well, I don't want to speak on any situation. I'll speak on mine. My mom, I used to go to a private school. I used to go to preschool, and it was a half day jump, right? My sister would go to school all day, suckers. And I would wake up, my mom would press my clothes, make sure I was Vaselined up. Anyone with a black mama know that you just used to get a slab of grease in the morning. And by 11 o'clock, it was back to the ash. But go to preschool, finesse everybody at the reading circle, because my mom actually worked with me at home. Be like, you know what I'm saying, on the first grade level at 4, no flex. You feel me? Go play with my toys, and my dukes is picking me up at 12. I'm back in the crib, and she would this is why I was a chubby young man. She would make me buttered noodles. She would go upstairs, take a nap, and I would sit in front of the TV and watch Toon Disney. Aww. The Goof Troop. I would watch the Chipmunks, whatever was on the jump, right? Aww. And life was just cold. What? Everything was taken care of. No bills, no nothing. My innocence was still intact. I didn't really know what was going on in the world for real.
Yeah.
This was like pre 9/11 America.
Yeah.
Everyone was just chilling. And now I'm in quarantine. We doing this because we can't go nowhere else. It's Saturday night, ain't it?
It is.
I mean, we usually be doing stuff like this anyway. Let's not fake.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really wish that I could get the blissful outlook of life and have someone pay all of my bills. So, Mom, if you're watching this, really. let's take it back to like old 2.
The good old days.
You know?
Something from childhood that I would like to regain. Super easy to answer. I used to think I was the smartest person.
Oh, bro.
Like, school was a breeze, let me tell you. Like, my mom was a teacher. So just like Charles said, like doing homework was a regular thing. Not just the homework that they gave us, but like, we always were doing schoolwork. In the summer, we had packets. If they didn't send us home a packet, my mom would buy us a packet. We'd have books. We had you know how you in school, they test your reading level based on like the books. And then if you pass the reading level, you go to the next. We had those. So we had them. So we literally were working on curriculum stuff at home. My mom even homeschooled us for a while. So like my foundation of school was vast and just all the time. And I just thought I was so, I thought I was so smart in like middle school, whatever, high school, whatever. Then we get to college.
Oh, middle school and high school, you was killing the guy?
Yeah.
That stopped for me around like ninth.
No, high school was...
I had geometry and was humbled immediately.
High school was good. Like, I had no issues. I thought I was one of the people that didn't have to study for a test. And just because I paid attention in class, like, I would get A's on tests. Like, who doesn't have to study? Like, ridiculous. But anyways... But I'm saying all of this to say, college was
humbling,
crazy different. I was like,
this is hard.
Not only am I not used to studying, I don't even know how to study.
Yeah.
What
is that?
How do I take notes? Do I write my notes? Do I type my notes? Do I just listen? Do I record my notes? Like, it was just this mess of academics. And I think because I didn't have the tools that I thought I needed, I let it affect like my actual like confidence in my intelligence. Right. So by the time I left, I was like, girl, I am basic. And I'm not. Like, I'm extremely intelligent. You know, like I feel like I am. But I
mean, I feel like there's just not a lot of folk who aren't intelligent in some capacity. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. But I wish I had the confidence in that part, in that realm that I had in like high school. Oh, wouldn't life be easy?
Or something you tried that you'll never ever try again.
Something I've tried that I've never ever tried again.
I already got one.
Well, go ahead.
Heelys.
Why?
I don't know. I couldn't get my balance right. Honestly, I was psyched for them jumps, and then I tried for like a whole afternoon. I tried to get funky on them jumps. Couldn't do it.
Charles, how old were you?
I was like 9, 10. Okay. I was psyched for them jumps. You remember them Heelys commercials? When they was on the skateboard ramps? I was like, I'm about to be out of here.
My brothers were really good at them.
I was like getting in the car.
I don't think I ever had a pair.
Was mobility you got in them jumps?
One thing I will never try again, coconut water. Tried that once. It is the most disgusting thing I've ever tried. I was like, y'all drink this for fun? Like, you drink this?
It's nasty.
It's so gross.
Someone probably offended.
I couldn't even swallow it. It's so nasty.
You spit it out for real, like a spit take. You was like,
I was like, I'm so sorry. Because the girl, it wasn't mine.
Where was you at?
I was at a track meet, and I had just ran. And this girl, and I was like, I'm so thirsty. I need some water. And she was like, girl, I drink this, and it helps me, like, re-energize or whatever.
And he was like, that.
And I was like, thanks, girl. Took a sip, spit it out, and I was like, I'm so sorry, but I can't drink this. And I gave
Did you know her like that?
Yeah, we were really close. We were good friends.
Because if a stranger offered you some water and you spit it out, that's bad rude for real.
This is easy. Have you ever won an award? Many. He's won many. That's the answer to that.
I mean, got a couple of them. What about you?
Yeah.
Track stop.
Okay. Next card.
Look at you.
It's your turn. Okay, we'll want to do 2 more?
Yeah.
One you, one me? Okay. I already read it, but I like the question.
Why didn't you read it?
Because it's your turn.
It's gone now. I just asked the question.
Oh, what makes you angrier than it should?
Oh. I don't think... I think I get angry. I think I can get angry at all things justified.
Okay.
I think I get mad. No, I get angry. We'll say I get angry when folk give me feeding questions instead of just asking the question.
What does that mean?
That means like
I feel like I'm getting ready to get
No.
I feel like I'm gonna be offended.
I'm not talking about you. I'm not talking about you, right? But I don't like when people already have information.
So I'm offended.
No, I'm not even talking about you for real. I don't like when people have information that I don't have. Mm-hmm. Right? Or no, they have information on me. Mm-hmm. It's like detective work, right? When you're in the interrogation room and they're asking you questions that they already know. And it's like, instead of you blatantly asking me, you want me to just go ahead and say it, but you already have the information, so what are we doing here? Let's cut the middleman. Time is of the essence. You feel what I'm saying? Ask me a question directly so we can make the next step. But you being like, so do you think that, so like what if, so how do you feel, like, yo, you already know the answer? Let's get to it. Let's get to the next step. That jump really makes me mad. Oh, and it says angrier than it should, but I feel like I don't get angry like that. I get angry when people are unnecessarily rude or obnoxious.
But that should make you angry.
Or angrier than it. All right. So the answer to the question originally, what makes me angrier than it should, is when people in my classes don't.
Man is giving so many answers to this one. No. But I just said I don't get angry. Not that, but this one.
My temper's pretty even keel though.
But you give it 3
examples. One jump that really makes me like angrier than it should is when people be talking when the professor talking. I think that's just like type rude. Even if like, cause
that should make you angry though.
So angrier than it should though. Like I'd be like fuming on the inside. Like please, I've like I'm not gonna say I cuss nobody out or something, but like I've let some cuss words fly at some folk who really was being type rude. When like, bro, I'm trying to learn, and I'm not really the best listener. So if I'm really tuned in and you out here like rapping, oh, you about to catch it. But yeah, just a couple. Just a couple.
The one I thought about was when people don't use their signals. Like, people around here don't use their signals. And I learned how to drive around here, so you would think that it wouldn't continue to make me angry. But it really does. Like, it's just irresponsible.
I'll say
like, why do you have them if you're not going to use them?
I will say that I don't use my signal 100% of the time. And I'll give you the examples when I don't use my signal.
You were in the car the other day with me. You didn't use it.
Okay, yeah, I'm the only person on the road. One. And when I'm going into a turning lane.
I think you should always use.
Why am I using my signal if I'm in the turning lane?
The signal is the only way the cars around you know what you're getting ready to do. It's the only way. Yeah. So to me, it is irresponsible to not use your signal. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Not you personally, but like, what are you doing? Use your signal.
All right, last jump. We gonna end on the blinker.
If you could sit down with your
reading these questions before.
If you could sit down with your 15-year-old self, what would you tell him?
9th grade Charles.
9th? Oh my gosh. 9th grade Jasmine was wild. Go ahead.
9th grade Charles, do some more push-ups, homie. Your chest development, you gotta work on it, bro. And don't go play football that one day. I broke my ankle in my freshman year, bro. Messed up my dreams of being a lacrosse star. Yeah. It wasn't about to happen. That was God ordained. 15-year-olds, no, but like, that was like my last year of like just really chilling for real. Yeah. And then high school got real sophomore year. Just keep doing what you're doing, homie. You alright? Life gets real in about 3 years though. So get ready.
Keep doing what you're doing would be the complete opposite of what I would tell my 15-year-old self. Like, literally stop what you're doing. Stop everything you're doing and sit down. Oh my gosh. 15-year-old Jasmine was reckless, selfish, mean. She just wasn't where she needed to be. And I will tell you, like, transparent, like being completely transparent, it was because like I was just harboring so many emotions that I never processed, not even like acknowledged. Like, there's so many things that I had just built up. And then when I got a little bit of freedom, your girl ran with it. Just doing stuff I had no business doing. I knew I had no business doing, but the fact that I was doing it and either nobody knew about it or they knew and I was still able to get away with it was just like enough for me to keep going. So I could sit down with my 15-year-old self, really, calm down, calm.
Relax.
And I would tell myself, this is not who you are. It's just not who you are. You're doing all this, you're saying all this, you're gravitating towards people. This isn't, let's just take a second and remember who we are. That's what I would tell myself.
And she would be like, shut up, me.
I probably would be like, but I'm still better than you. So okay. I know who I am. But I'll turn it around in a couple of years. And that's literally what I did. So I honestly think if people wouldn't believe some of the things that I did in high school. No. I won't even say high school. Because once I got to Mount Vernon, I was pretty good.
Someone watching who knew you at 15 was
I just didn't need to do those things. Okay.
We're gonna wrap it up, B, because we getting on some muddy waters.
Woo! But okay. Yeah. So what I will say is, if you heard any question that is interesting or that you want to talk through with your partner, your whoever you're dating, whoever your situationship, whatever, you really should. These questions can really not only start the conversation, but can lead to a lot more in-depth, deeper conversations as well.
Yeah, they get some of them, you could really have some very transparent conversations.
We were going through them, but in reality, we could have taken 3 and had hours of conversations and just saw where that conversation led.
For sure.
So
they're called Our Moments.
Yes.
Couples edition. Every Amazon jump probably gonna take about 2 months right now. So when outside open back up, go cop that.
Yeah, there's a lot of versions of it though, not just this particular Our Moments, but there's a lot of card games that have to do with relationships. I actually thought about getting us another one. So as we get more and we go through a couple more cards, we'll go through some with y'all and see how it goes.
We gonna do that. All right, y'all. Stay hopeful. See you next time. Like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff.
Have a good night.
All right, y'all.